Okay, so let's go back into the game here. Looks like the UK has taken its turn. I think, let me just check my OBS. I'm new at this, guys, so hang with me. Want to make sure everything's running correctly here. My mic's working, audio's working. BONECRUSHER Germany 2. Okay, so we can go back in. So as we always do, let's see what they did. Um, we go here, UK. They purchased 2 fighters and 1 infantry and 2 artilleries. So it looks like 1 fighter went here, 2 artilleries went here, 1 fighter went here, and 1 infantry went there, I think, right? Let's see. 1 infantry, 1 fighter, the UK. So he must have lost a fighter. Wait, did he lose a fighter? Oh no, he put a fighter here. And then 1 fighter, 2 artilleries to India. So he's pretty light on India right now. Did he? Oh, look what he did. He went for Sea Zone 37. Destroyed the transport. Borneo. He attacked Borneo, but I held on. Attackers lost 2 infantry. Defenders suffered no. Oh, Borneo. So no, he went here. Okay. So that's instant death. Ended in a draw. United Kingdom lost a submarine, aircraft carrier, 2 cruisers, and 2 fighters, and we lost our aircraft carrier, 2 fighters, and a battleship. So that was a draw. In Sea Zone 10, United Kingdom won, defending 1 submarine submerged. Sea Zone 10. Where's Sea Zone 10? Oh, yeah, he tried to attack me with his cruiser. That was silly. I don't know why he did that. Or did he think I was just going to leave it to die? I don't know. Okay. Well, I gotta say things are going pretty good. We have a 30-point lead, and it's not even Japan's turn yet. Let's just X this out so we can see what actually we want to do. So the meta is, I guess you really wouldn't call it meta. It's really more 50-50, I guess, what the community thinks. But generally to go Pearl Light, and I actually might do that here because I did lose this here, so I don't want him getting any ideas about maybe trying to play 2 oceans, which he might try to do. He might give up on the North Atlantic, which if he does that, Germany will crush Russia, especially because it doesn't have any planes. So I will actually, I want to invite him to attack Japan actually. So I'm not going to do Pearl Light. I want him to attack Japan. I played Japan very, very well. I know exactly how to defend against a KJF, which is a kill Japan first strategy. Now, it would have been a lot better for him had this worked out for him, Sea Zone 37, but it did not. That's why I recommend to anybody viewing this, do not do this. It's not a good move. It's literally a coin flip. And even if you do win it, you might win it with, you might be left with like a, maybe a plane and a cruiser, at which point the Japanese can take it out anyway. As a result, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So this transport's going to live, unfortunately. This one's going to die. This I'm going to ignore. What was he thinking with this transport? Did he? I think he, this. I think he meant to. I think he set this to attack here, East Indies, but because he couldn't. Actually, he destroyed everything. I don't know why he couldn't. Maybe he just didn't. Maybe he thought he was going to do a lot better. This transport was just going to survive anyway, and he was just going to use it for India, which he still actually may end up doing. Um, I wish I could get that though. That would be really nice. 1, 2. But I can't. But I do have my transports available. So what I'm going to do on my purchase here is pretty straightforward. We're going to take Buryatia. We're going to take um, Anhui, Yunnan, Burma. We're not going to hit this, or we could hit this. No, we're not going to hit this. We're going to kill this transport here, and we're going to build 3 transports and 2 transports and a bunch of units. So let's do that. So let's go first. We want 2 transports. 1, 2, and the rest we're going to want to buy 1, 2, 3. Because we're going to take, what are we taking from here? I'm going to take a tank and an artillery and 2 infantry. So we're going to have 2 infantry already there. So we need 2 infantry to fill up the 4 transports. We're going to want 1, 2, 3. So that's what we're going to do. Now, you might ask yourself, well, you're inviting a KJF. Why wouldn't you build ships right now? And that's a good question, especially since we lost our fleet here in C-Zone 37. However, Japan still, as it stands right now, has enough to defend against the Americans. If the American gets uber aggressive on his buy and stays, buys a combination of subs or destroyers, then we build. And we don't waste any time doing it. We do not. Remember, Japan's job in this game will be literally just to survive. And try to advance as much as he can. We're going to advance right through China. We're going to ignore India here, unless the opportunity arises where India is just too tempting, in which case we might adjust. But in a KJF, that's usually not in the cards. So Japan's job is just to basically keep all of these territories here, essentially, and sort of trade them, and make sure that it keeps its fleet up to date with what the Americans have. So that's what we're going to do. So we're not going to build anything but transports here. Now we have to make sure that if we build transports, they're going to be protected, because he does have his carrier here. So he can go 1, 2, 3, 4. So we make sure we have to put them there. We also have to take Buryatia, because this plane here can go 1, 2, 3, and land in Buryatia. So we've got to make sure that we take that, which he evacuated, so we can. So, yep, this is a goodbye. So we're going to walk into Burma. We're going to crush this. We're going to crush this with this. We're going to send all 4 up here, or sorry, all 3 up there. Actually, we're not going to send 3. We're actually going to just send 2. We're going to send the extra guy here, just for giggles. We are going to kill this transport. We're going to use this plane here. We're going to use this bomber here. This plane. We're going to use 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 here, because we're going to land them here, and then we're going to non-combat troops here as well. So, just trying to decide if I want to put, or he could put that there to block. That's fine. But we'll see. We'll see what he does with the KJF, or if he goes for the Atlantic. If he goes for the Atlantic at this point, Germany is going to be in good shape. So we'll take guys from the Philippines here. We'll put them there as well. And we'll take a cruiser and do a cruiser hit here. And instead of having that plane attack, we'll take this plane and attack here. So we're going to go 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay. And 8, 8, 2. Sorry, I might be covering my mouth. That's not a good idea. And we're going to leave this alone. Excuse me. My goodness. It's not COVID. Trust me. All right. Let's do it. Yunnan. And it's good. And it's a pretty expected outcome. 1 hit. It's fine. The trick, of course, is to have guys moving this way, and lots of them. This battle sometimes goes very badly. Not this here, here. I'm going to take you and one of you, just in case he tries to do something cheeky there. We don't want that happening. Put you here as well, and we're going to put you here as well. Now, the transport cannot be reached. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. He cannot. 1, 2, 3, 4. He would need some sort of a can opener by the UK in order to accomplish something like that, but that's not going to happen. So that's fine. Again, the goal is to push through China. So the next provinces are going to be these two provinces here, Xinjiang, Sichuan, and we're going to advance this way because we want to put maximum pressure on Russia. We're going to ignore India. There's no threat from this destroyer, and even if he gets his transport here to India, that's fine. It's not a big deal. We can even send a sub after it next turn if we want to, and another destroyer if we want to, and some planes. So he might get guys there, but he won't survive. So that's fine as well. And we're going to end our turn here. And we're going to deploy our transports here, not here. And everything else is going to go here. And is he spectating? He's online. And we're going to hold. So after the Axis is turn 1, we should have a pretty healthy lead. 170 to 131. That's a 40-point lead. And he's online, so looks like we'll pause the recording here and we'll rejoin the game on Germany's turn 2. But so far, so good. Okay, so we are back, and BONECRUSHER has taken his turn with the U.S., and it looks like what I predicted is going to come true. So let's see what he did. Oh, he's still actually taking his turn. I probably should have waited out of respect. He built a carrier, a transport, a destroyer, and 2 submarines. So he is definitely doing a KJF, which means Germany is going to crush it. We're going to put everything into Russia. So what did he do for combat? Solomon Islands. He took the Solomons, didn't lose a unit, destroyed 1 submarine. Wait, where was that? Oh yeah, okay, with this destroyer. And he sent his transports into Africa, which I cannot reach. 1, 2, 3. Cannot reach. I should have maybe think about building a bomber this turn. That actually might not be a bad idea. Okay, and with Russia, he built 1 fighter. Oh, he had to build his fighter back. That hurt. 4 infantry and 1 artillery. He's going to attack Caucasus, it looks like here, with 5 units. Let's jump in and see what happens here. He could lose here. He got 2 hits. Oh, come on. Did he hit anything? Okay, he got exceptionally lucky in this battle. He lost 1 infantry. Okay, but we're going to take it back. Actually, we might even take this. I don't even know. We'll think about that. 4, 1, and a plane. Say, I guess Russia kind of had to buy the plane there. Russia cannot trade without aircraft. Actually, nobody can really trade without aircraft, effectively anyway. He did not move these guys, which is interesting. Just going to present some challenges. I expected him to actually move his guys back here, or at least most of them. I am going to be attacking through here, so I can afford to send units this way. But we are now faced with a fleet. So if we count, and this is typically how you can do it, you count the bomber. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you count the battleship twice. That's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 units. Now, I have not that. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I've got some work to do to catch up. Um, the good news is I can. He is going to be within range of Borneo, so we're going to have to defend that, and we can with what he's got here. He's only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can defend that. Or we could dare him to take it and then just take it back. Because remember, he's always going to have a flow here. He's not going to have everything all at once, so we've got some time. So it actually might also be a good idea here on a KJF for those who don't know how to defend against a KJF is you always build an industrial complex turn 2 here. I know it sucks. You got to bite the bullet because you want it here. You do not want it here. You want the complex here because you're going to be going north and south, and sometimes a good American player will make it difficult for you north and south. Now, if he turns around on his UK turn and builds fleet here, that's going to be a problem, which means that he will completely ignore the North Atlantic, in which case Germany will just have free reign. But then it's Germany's job is to crush Russia, which is what it's going to do right now. I think we're going to take the Caucasus back. We're going to advance here. 1, 2. We're going to put this destroyer out here. Actually, 1, 2. We can attack with 7, 8, 9 here. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 can attack this. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16 plus 4 is what we're going to do. We're going to hit West Russia hard. We're going to forget about Caucasus for now. We're going to hit West Russia hard. He won't be able to retake it. So that's what we're going to do. So normally, for Germany, what you want to do is you want to build mostly infantry for the first 4 rounds at least. But in this particular situation, it's kind of unique in that, well, we don't have to do that because we don't have any worry of the UK really slapping a fleet down here. One, two. I could hit this. But I don't want to. I'll position my aircraft. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. I will position my aircraft so that they can hit Sea Zone 7 round 3. That should be enough to deter him from building a fleet here. So we're going to go with we're going to go with infantry artillery for Karelia. We're going to go with a bomber. We do want that bomber. We don't want the Americans to be able to just play with the British and snipe territories here and there, so we want the bomber. So we have to bite the bullet on that. And we want 1 tank, 2 artillery. Again, no threat of any attacks, so we can completely clear Berlin of all units. It's important to understand that concept. So we are going to grab these 2 guys. Well, actually, are we going to grab these 2 guys? 7, 11, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 7, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17. Well, first thing we're going to do is attack that. Another thing we could do is attack here. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe it might actually be a decent idea to actually, if we wait on West Russia, what can we stack here with? We can add 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 here. We're going to add 2 plus 2 is 4 plus 2 is 6 plus 5 is 11. We're going to add 11. 12, 13. And he can add, so 13 is 23 against 2, 4, 5, 6, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23, 24. It'll be 23 against 24. No, I think I might strafe this actually. So we might hit this once right now. Let's see what happens. Maybe take. Those guys. Can't really attack with these guys. It's 18. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 1, 2, 3. I want these planes here, so I can't use them. So I do want that there. And I want these two guys here. So we're attacking with 21 against 10, 11, 12, 13. That should be an easy win. Let's see. 1, 2. And then we're going to attack. Take these two guys. Along with the battleship hit. Attack here. He can't reach. Could bring in the tank as well for extra insurance. He's only got one plane. Yeah, because our transport's going to survive, so that's not a bad idea to do that. Here we're not going to attack this. We're actually just going to back off into Sea Zone 6, and we're going to see what he does. If he drops a fleet, then we attack it. Here we're going to keep. Well, actually, I think we're just going to put one guy here for now. Actually, you know what? No, we'll take one of these tanks that we used from Poland. And when the Blitz there, so we're going to get the territory for free, and we still get to use him in the battle. Hopefully any aircraft don't hit. And that's going to be all the attacks that we do. For now, just make sure we didn't miss anything. It's very easy to miss things. This is going to be a problem. Yes, now I'm thinking maybe I should have built a sub or two. But we can recover from this. What's really going to be important is what he does with the UK. If he decides to drop a fleet here, I can deter that by putting my guys in the Philippines, which is what I am going to do. However, there's a danger there in that he could sacrifice this fleet to try to kill this fleet. Not recommended, but it's possible. So we'll see. We'll see if he's gutsy like that. But we'll worry about that when it's Japan's turn. Is he spectating? He's online. So in this battle here, what we're going to do is we're actually going to look at the first, maybe second round of combat and see how well we do. If we're not doing well, we can always pull out to the Ukraine. Or Karelia, but probably the Ukraine. So let's do that. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Which we can't. There's guys we can't use or anything, but looks like we didn't. Okay, so we got everything we can. Alright. So it looks like this is our first battle because it's a transport battle. Get some good dice here. Good, he's dead. Now we've got a pretty decent defending force there. He can only attack with 4. And the plane. 2, which, 2 infantry. So that would be like a 50-50 battle. Which he will do. I would. And we lose a plane. I thought that might happen. we're going to lose a plane with the least amount of gas. Oh. That could have gone better. 4 to 4. Not bad. We'll press on. And go. All his infantry is gone. And now we've got 3 against. Yep, I think we continue that. Actually, ideally, we want 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 hits here would be perfect. But I think we're going to get more than that. Alright, so we actually might even be able to hold it here. These guys here. He's going to be able to attack with 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 against 7, which is fine. Against everybody. Everybody's advancing. Wait, what was it? I think we'll send them up this way. We're going to put these guys here for maximum efficiency. These guys are going to come down here to counterattack anything that he has here. I'm going to put this guy here. Actually, it turned out pretty good to actually buying that destroyer. We're going to keep the anti-aircraft gun here. He could do a little sneaky, something sneaky, but he would lose his transport by doing that. And if he wants to lose 2 transports for a sneaky attack on Paris, that's fine. Because he did not buy tanks, see, this is why I like 2 tanks for Russia on your first purchase, because they usually go in the Caucasus, and they can help in India, they can help in deterring an attack on Karelia. They're just so much more flexible than the 4 infantry, 3 artillery, but to each his own. People have different ways of playing the game, and either way works. It's just, for me, it works better to have the tanks. So we've moved everything we can possibly move, so let's just go ahead and end our turn. We're going to deploy the tank in the back. The bomber's also going to go in the back. 2 artillery are going to go here. 1 here. 1 infantry here. And the rest here. And we will pause here and come back when it's BONECRUSHER's turn.